can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. Look at me, hands in the air like it's good to be alive. And I'm a famous rapper even when the paths are all crookedy. I can show you how to do-si-do, I can show you how to scratch a record. I can take apart the remote control and I can almost put it back together. I can tie a knot in a cherry stem, I can tell you about Leif Erikson. I know all the words to De Colores and I'm proud to be an American. Me and my friend saw a platypus, me and my friend made a comic book. And guess how long it took? I can do anything that I want, cause look, I can keep rhythm with no metronome, no metronome, no metronome. And I can see your face on the telephone, on the telephone, on the telephone. Look at me, just called to say that it's good to be alive. In such a small world, I'm all curled up with a book to read. I can make money, open up a thrift store, I can make a living off a magazine. I can design an engine 64 miles to a gallon of gasoline. I can make new antibiotics, I can make computers survive aquatic conditions. I know how to run a business, and I can make you want to buy a product. Movers, shakers, and producers, me and my friends understand the future. I see the strings that control the system, I can do anything with no assistance. Cause I can lead a nation with a microphone, with a microphone, with a microphone. And I can split the atoms of a molecule, of a molecule, of a molecule. Driving and I won't stop, and it feels so good to be alive and on top. My reach is global, my tower secure, my cause is noble, my power is pure. I can hand out 1 million vaccinations, or let them all die from exasperation, have them all healed from their lacerations, or have them all killed by assassination. I can make anybody go to prison just because I don't like them, and I can do anything with no permission. I have it all under my command because I can guide a missile by satellite, by satellite, by satellite. And I can hit a target through a telescope, through a telescope, through a telescope. And I can end the planet in a holocaust, 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 in a holocaust. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars.
Pulling me away to follow we are going to have open sexual intercourse on every street corner of America.
It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder that God must be one sick motherfucker. So I bust a nut in the sky, spend another day waiting to die. I kick twice the shit as any German shyster flick. All sperm in your permly, cigarette burns on your tit. It's Mickey Avalon, all up in your prom, pissing in the fruit punch with the baby blue tuxedo on. The dopest rapper this century. I sodomized your father in the federal penitentiary. And on the day I got out, I went to your mother's house and slept on the couch. A streetwalker selling cock for rock at the flea market trying to hawk my watch. I stay on beat when I work the concrete. Some honeys give me money and others do my laundry. Mickey Avalon, the kosher salami. For 20 you get chachi, but 40 gets you Fonzie. A motherfucking hustler kamikaze. I used to bust tables, but now what's on my body? It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder that God must be one sick motherfucker. So I bust a nut in the sky, spend another day waiting to die. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder that God must be one sick motherfucker. So I bust a nut in the sky, spend another day waiting to die.
Here's how we're going to do it. For the first time in America, there is a generation of visionary, maniac, white mother, country, dope fiend, rock and roll freaks who are ready to get down.
I deliver quick with a magic stick. Tragedy subside when honeys rub on it. It's Mickey Avalon, dick thick as a baton. The illest motherfucker from here to Vietnam. I used to work nights at hotcock.com, but then I got fired when my mom logged on. I'm on the run, my dad's a bum. I asked my girl if she loved me and she just said, oh. I bust flows that turn nuns to hoes. I'll wake you from your slumber, then shake you out your clothes. There ain't no other late night lover. All up on the track like Scatman Crothers. I'll bust through the shutters, masked in the rubber. Duct tape your mother and butt rape your brother. Break down the lumber and shake my cucumber. When you're at home alone, you know my phone number. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder that God must be one sick motherfucker. So I bust a nut in the sky, spend another day waiting to die. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder that God must be one sick motherfucker. So I bust a nut in the sky, spend another day waiting to die. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder that God must be one sick motherfucker. So I bust a nut in the sky, spend another day waiting to die. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder that God must be one sick motherfucker. So I bust a nut in the sky, spend another day waiting to die.